So one of the things I cover on this channel quite frequently is language learning. And today, I'm stepping away from the VR headset and into the world of artificial intelligence. Ooh! Yes, I know. AI is talked about quite frequently, and I've been using AI more and more recently for thumbnail creation, to writing work emails that I don't feel like doing, and having it even create a fundraiser project proposal, and I got funded really quickly. I think of AI as a personal assistant. I hate writing emails. I hate it. But I think I've found the ultimate use for this tool, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to become fluent in a second language. Let's go. Now, before we start talking about this program, let's talk about language acquisition. How do we acquire a language? Well, it's different than you might think. Gone are the days of drilling grammar in your workbooks in your high school Spanish class. Without getting too deep into it, because I don't claim to be an expert here, there are two types of vocabulary: passive and active. If you're even somewhat into language learning, you'll know that you can understand a lot more than you probably speak. Here's my good friend Amber, my former Chinese tutor, and it's here on one of her YouTube videos from Blah Blah Chinese. I'll drop a link in the description if you're interested, where she's telling different stories. See how much you can figure out.
我看到了一个咖啡厅，2个小时以后，我终于看到了一个咖啡厅。2个小时以后，我看到了咖啡厅还是游戏厅？咖啡厅还是游戏厅？咖啡厅。
Now, if you're watching her and following along, you probably got a handle of it with the cute animations and the little hands here and there. But the reality is, if you've ever been confronted with trying to speak your language, you'll freeze up and you'll forget words that you probably shouldn't forget. But I'm not here to talk to you about that. I'm here to show you and demonstrate a really cool application that I found called Teacher AI. It was created by Xiaoma, who, if you've never seen YouTube before, you've probably seen his videos where it's him, the white guy, shocks the locals with perfect Chinese. You've probably seen it before. Now, if you're serious about learning a second language, this is definitely a program you should check out. And I'm gonna drop the whole demonstration for you here. I'm done talking, so go ahead, go here. So I want to give you the overview of what Teacher AI can do, and if you're someone who's serious about language learning, how this can actually help you. So screen is pretty simple. We have Xiaoma, who's my teacher, tutor, whatever you want to call it, for this specific lesson. You can actually change the teachers. If you go to teacher preferences, you can see there's a lot of different things you can do with it. Okay, you can and I'll show you how to change the teacher in a second. You can select your own language, what language you're learning, and then how much English would you like your teacher to use during the lessons. I have it set to none, but I'm actually going to set it to some, because sometimes it's helpful to explain specific grammar rules or things like that. How often should your teacher correct your mistakes? Now, I seem to want to go between never and sometimes. Reason being is sometimes, because it's AI, it'll get hung up on certain words if I'm not pronouncing them right, and if I'm speaking Chinese, that can be really difficult for AI to always pick up the exact tones I'm using, especially as a non-native speaker. You can use formality, casual, formal. I think this has more to do with like languages that change with formality, and then how your teacher corrects your mistakes. I think just note and move on is probably a better option for today. Normal, slow, very slow. And then we update him, and he's ready to rock and roll. Now, you can actually change teachers. Every language has a few different teachers. I think Xiaoma's works the best. His sounds the most natural. I'm going to show you all three. I've actually never tried Ollie's. I didn't even know he actually spoke Chinese. But Xiaoling and Xiaoma are the two that I have worked with and actually really enjoy using. Okay, so that's kind of the basics of what you can do. I'll kind of show you along the way what some of the things we're doing are. And so I mean, this is really just a talking program. I like to use the space bar, but you can actually click it with the mouse as well. And you just start talking. And this is one of the things that people struggle with in language is talking to people without feeling like they're messing up. Now, you're gonna find out today that my Chinese is not really that great. I've been studying for about a little over 2 years, and talking has always been my biggest struggle. I can hear so much. I understand a lot of conversations, but talking is such a struggle for me. So let's just start the conversation. 你好，小马。
你好啊，你最近怎么样？像
So he said, 你好, how are you doing today? Like, how are you recently? 我很好，你呢? I said, I'm fine, how are you? It's a little bit of delay.
我也很好，哎，谢谢你。你今天学过什么新意思吗？
Okay, so he says, I'm also pretty good, thank you. 你今天学过什么新汉字吗? Do you want to study some new words today? Now, let's say I didn't know what that sentence says. I can look up like a whole sentence and highlight it, and then it'll load it for me in English. It says, did you learn any new Chinese characters today? Ah, yes. Okay. Oh, because he said 学过, which means, okay, so he's already starting the conversation with me. I'm just going to translate it in English the best I can. So I can say, no, I didn't, which, 没学过, I guess. That would be the best way to say it. 没学过,没有过,没有说过. Okay.
没有说过，没关系，我们可以一起练习。你想学习什么主题的词汇？
Okay, so he said he corrected me. He wrote 没有说过. So that's what I should have said. And then he said 没关系, no big deal. 我们可以一起练习. We can study together. 你想学习什么主题的词汇? Now I'm assuming based on the context, he's like, what do you want to study today? Because I don't always know 主题 and 词汇. And then I just highlight it again, and eventually it loads. What vocabulary topics do you want to learn today? Okay, so if I didn't know what that meant, GT, I can just click on the word, and then that word will just tell me exactly what it is, and then I can hear it independently.
主题
Okay, and so if I didn't know, and then again here, probably, yep, topic, the vocabulary, that's how it is in English. 词汇.
词汇
Okay, and I can practice it independently. Let's talk about animals. Okay, so that's something that we all kind of know about. We can talk about different animals. So I'm going to say, let's talk about animals. 我们聊一聊动物吧。
啊，好，注意，你最喜欢的动物是什么？
What? Okay, so he said, okay, great. What's your favorite animal? So I'm actually going to say my favorite animal is a bear. And I think xiong is how you say bear. I can't remember off the top of my head. But okay, so here's something you do if you don't know the word in Chinese or whatever your target language is you can actually just say the word in English in the middle of your Chinese sentence. So I'm going to say 我最喜欢的动物是 bear. I think it's xiong, and he might correct me. 我最喜欢的动物是 bear.
熊，我最喜欢的动物是熊，熊真的很可爱。你有看过熊吗？
Okay, so he basically said, he corrected me, 熊, which is a bear, and then he said, 我最喜欢的动物是熊. Okay, my favorite animal is a bear. Bears are very cute. Have you ever seen a bear? 你有看过熊吗? So, 没看. That means I haven't seen it. 没看过. Okay, so I almost said 没看过.
没看过。要是有机会，你想去哪里看熊？
Okay, so he says, 要是有机会. Okay. 没看过 is what I was supposed to say, so I would say 没看过. If I had it set to the other preferences where it says it would make me repeat it, which I like and I don't like. It kind of interrupts the flow of the conversation, but it forces you to repeat it. But sometimes you never get it right, and then you lose track of the whole conversation. So I'm going to keep it like this. I just kind of make a mental note. 要是有机会. 要是 有机会. I don't. That's unclear to me. So let's highlight it. If you have the chance. Okay. Oh, okay. So he says 你想去哪里看熊? Okay. So he says, if you have the chance, could you go see a bear? Where could you go to see a bear? I could say 动物. Oh shit! I forgot how to say zoo. I think it's 动物园 or 动物馆. 动物园. 动物园. So I'm gonna say there's a zoo nearby my house because there actually is a zoo nearby my house. So let's see. 我的家附近有动物馆。
动物园，我的家附近有动物园，去动物园看熊很方便你。你常去动物园吗？
你常去动物园吗？Do you go to the... Okay, so he basically corrected me, which I knew he would because I wasn't sure. 动物园. I think I said 动物馆, which I think actually means animal restaurant. 我的家附近有动物园, so that's what I should have said. There's a zoo near my house. 去动物园看熊很方便呢. That's very convenient, etc. Okay, do you go to the zoo often? So I'm going to say 对，我常去动物园. Okay, so I'm going to say me and my family go to the zoo often. Okay. 对，我和我家人常去动物园。
那真不错。你们一般去动物园都看些什么动物？
Oh, he is so excited about this. He said that's really good. 你们一般去动物都看些什么动物? Okay, what animals do you usually see okay, so you get the idea of where it's going. I'm actually going to show you the other teachers now, so I'm going to pop him out and I'm going to throw in Xiaoling Wang. Okay, it restarts the conversation, but that's okay. I'm totally okay with that. I noticed he was kind of yelling, so I'm going to turn the volume down on her just a bit. She doesn't yell as much, which is pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to say 你好小林，你好小林。
你好，最近怎么样？
最近怎么样？I'm good today. 我很好，你呢？ I'm good. How are you?
我也挺好的，谢谢你。最近在忙些什么？
Okay. So what are you doing today? 最近 wait. Yeah. What are you doing today? 忙些什么? Like, what are you keeping yourself busy with, basically? Yeah. What have you been busy with lately? That's just another way of saying it. So let's change topics for Xiaoling. Let's talk to her about cats. I want to talk about cats. My cat is sitting on my computer desk right now. So let's talk about cats. I'm just going to tell her I really, really like cats. 我很喜欢，我非常喜欢一只猫. I really like a cat. She's probably going to tell me it's just 猫. 一只猫.
我非常喜欢一只猫。你的猫是什么颜色的
？What color is my cat? Okay. 我的猫是 it's 黑色和白色的. It's so my cat is black and white. 我的猫黑色和白色的.
哇，听起来很可爱。它叫什么名字？
So, your cat's really cute. What's the cat's name? 我的猫的名字是 Cheese。Cheese
这名字真有趣。你每天都和 Cheese 玩吗？
Okay, 这名字 okay, that name's really interesting.你每天都和 Cheese 玩吗? Do you play with Cheese every day? Okay, and so I would say, do you play with Cheese every day? 玩. That means like yes. 你每天
都玩 Cheese 吗？
对，我很喜欢玩Cheese. Okay.
那真不错。你最喜欢和 Cheese 玩什么游戏？
Okay. What games do I play with Cheese? Okay. So she likes, what does Cheese like? She likes running. So I like to chase her. I don't know how to say chase. I don't really know how I would structure that sentence. So I'm actually going to say that I like to chase my cat around the house. And I'm going to say it all in English and see what she says. Okay. I actually like to just chase my cat around the house.
我其实喜欢在家里追赶我的猫。追赶 Cheese 的时候，它跑得快吗？
Okay, so 追赶 is a new word for me, so I want to click it. Chase. Okay, so now I have chase.
追赶。
追赶. So now that's in my vocabulary, and because it was an unclear word, it starts adding these words to like a database up here. So now if I click up here, I can see my passive vocabulary. These are words that I understand fairly easily. And this goes back all the lessons, and it tells you the date. It has new phrases, which is like a whole sentence that I've clicked on. And then there's your active vocabulary. You don't really need to review this. This is just the words that you already know. So I'm going to go back to the sessions. This is just kind of cool to see all the different things, like new words, 追赶, 追赶, 追赶. Okay, and then you can actually export it. So if you have like a what do you call it? Like a flashcard app, you can import it directly into that. Okay, so there's Xiaoling Wang. Let's check out Ollie Richards. I didn't know he spoke Chinese, so he's actually the one that convinced me to buy this program. Then and like watching him do it was really cool. I'll actually drop a link to it at the beginning or in the description. Okay. Hello, my name. He's British too. Okay, let's see if he says it in British, in English, whatever. 你好, Ollie.
你好，你最近怎么样啊？
怎么样? He says 怎么样? You can see how it starts the conversation. I'm gonna say I'm bad today and see what he says. Okay. 我非常难过。
哎呀，发生什么事了？
Okay. 发生什么事了? Like what's wrong? What happened? Kind of thing. Yeah. What happened? Yeah. 哎呀. I love saying that to my students. 哎呀. What should I say? I'm gonna say my cat died today. Okay, let's see if he is gonna comfort me. I don't know. We're checking out Ollie today. I've never heard him before. This is the first time I've used it. 今天我的猫死了。
是了，你的帽子丢了吗？
Did you throw your cat away? Oh, not Mauza. Oh, he heard Mauza instead of Mao. Okay, so no. That was my pronunciation error, so that means I can go back and fix it. 没丢了，我的猫死了。I said didn't lose it. 真的太遗憾了。
真的太遗憾了，你的猫和你在一起多久了？
多久了？多久？ Oh, okay. So he said, "Oh, that's very like, oh, I didn't know that." Really too bad. Okay, regret is used differently here. Okay, that's what threw me off. 你的猫子和你在一起. Did you have your cat for long? Were you with your cat for a long time? 10年. 10年啊. Okay, so he's starting to get ahead of me. 你
10年啊，那一定有很多美好的回忆吧？你最喜欢和你的猫做什么？
Okay, so 美好的. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough sentence. So again, let's check it out. That must have lots of wonderful memories, right? Okay, so that's kind of a complex sentence. 你最喜欢和你的猫做什么? What was your favorite thing to do with your cat? Or back to this, like chasing the cat around. So you gotta see, this is like what teacher AI can do. Okay, so, but again, you kind of have to have a handle on talking, at least at a basic sense, in your target language. What I'm going to do now is something I didn't intend to do, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to actually pick a language that I don't really know, and I'm going to mess with some of the settings and see what I can do with it. Okay, so let's see if we can make this a beginner language. I know a little bit of Spanish. I want to pick something that I've really never attempted, but maybe something I can hear, like a little bit, like maybe my ears, because like Chinese, it's hard for American ears to hear that. So let's give, let's see. Now, French is hard. Greek, Indonesian, Italian. Whew, so many to choose from. You can kind of see all the different languages here. Let's give French a try. I've never. Oh, and look at all these teachers that I can use for French. Oh, he's handsome. Let's go Claire. She's Congolese. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Never spoke French. I could probably pick out a few things. So let's go with bonjour. Bonjour.
Salut Harry, ça va bien? Et toi, ça va?
Et toi, ça va? Savez?
Savie est un mot anglais. En français, on dirait ça va. Peux-tu répéter, s'il te plaît, ça va?
Ça va?
Oui, très bien, merci. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire pendant ton temps libre?
What do you like to do?
Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire pendant ton temps libre?
Now, let's see. Okay, I think it says what do you like to do in your free time. I'm going to actually change some of her settings, though, because I don't know anything. I'm going to have her use a lot of English and correct my mistakes, ask to repeat, casual, and then let's go normal. I don't like doing slow teachers. It's not my favorite. Okay. Hello, Claire. I don't know any French. Can you help me? Oh, cool.
Bien sûr. We'll start with the basics and go step by step. Would you like to learn some common French greetings first?
Absolutely, I would.
Absolument is French for absolutely. You can say bonjour for hello. It's easy. Can you try saying bonjour?
Sure. Bonjour.
Parfait. Now how about comment ça va for how are you? Try it.
Comment ça va?
Tu l'as dit parfaitement. Now you can answer with ça va bien, merci, which means I'm fine, thank you. Want to give it a try?
Ça va bien, merci.
Super. You're doing great. Now let's learn how to say, what's your name? You can say comment tu t'appelles. Can you try that?
Comment tu t'appelles? I feel like I'm saying
Presque.
it wrong.
It's comment tu t'appelles. Could you please repeat? Comment tu t'appelles?
Comment tu t'appelles?
Exactement. To answer, you can say je m'appelle Harry. Can you try saying that?
Sure. Je m'appelle Harry. Oh, so like as you can see, I literally have never spoken French. I don't know anything about French. I only really know what is like sounds like English, and I'm responding to it. So I mean, it's also I'm guessing it's a great way to get started on a language, even if you're not in the in the like conversation level, which is pretty cool. I actually did not know that, and I didn't expect that. So hey, color me very surprised. That was really cool. Again, I'm putting this here because whenever I see something that I think people on my channel would benefit from, I have to put it out. Even this isn't a VR, and I know my channel is VR Fitness, but you also know if you follow my channel, we do a lot of language learning stuff, and the VR language learning scene isn't there yet. It's got some work to do, but I can only imagine if it incorporated something like this. This is awesome. So if you're interested in checking out this program, definitely use my referral link in the description. I'm not sponsored by them. I just, if it's a referral, I get a little kickback of money. But this is a program I really believe in. They're adding more languages every month. They have an awesome roadmap for where this is going. I can't get enough of this program. I use it a lot, especially since I like to... it's a great way to talk in your target language without feeling like the person you're talking to is judging. This is great. The price is a little high, but for what it does, it replaces a language learning tutor. And that in itself is an expensive endeavor. But check out the referral link. this was I'm glad you got to see it in action. There is no like trial period for this, so if you want to check it out, you do have to purchase it. So this was another reason I wanted to show you this video, is so you could kind of get an idea for what it is. My name is Ari with FitProVR, and don't forget to check out this awesome language learning app. Bye, everybody.